You know, I think that if this video blows up, I'm gonna start pulling my hair out, mainly because I'm not a fan of ranting on this channel with draw footage behind it, but hey, it works apparently.
It just works. It just works. It just works. It just works.
But here we go again. Twitter is garbage, and I'm going to tell you why. This time talking about a familiar topic to start us off.
I want to watch the scum of the world struggle to climb up the hill of betterment, only to repeatedly trip and tumble down to the fiery pit of failure.
You know, it's almost been 9 months or so since I actually talked about the series. What's been happening with it? Oh, that's sweet. Hazbin Hotel got picked up by an actual studio and... Of course. As you can imagine, some people decide to crawl out from underneath their rocks in order to attempt to cancel VivziePop again. Because how dare she get success while having a past that she has stated outright to regret and has apologized for numerous times? How dare she? How dare she choose not to depict LGBTQ people as pure angels? How dare she? I feel like this is a sense of deja vu for me, as this happened when the pilot of Hazbin Hotel first dropped last year. And people went out of their way to dig up some stuff of her past. And some of this stuff, it's just pure comedy gold. Like, legit, there's a thread that explains why people don't like VivziePop, and one of the reasons given was that she traced artwork. But if you look at the examples given, yeah, that's not traced. Get your eyes checked.
You think I'm some kind of fucking clown?
Maybe.
Also, get better screenshots. If you're gonna provide a screenshot of her calling people who take inspiration from her as leeches, make it so I can actually read the damn thing. Look at this! Seriously, what is up with your eye?
Has a character who is obsessed with money and has pointed nose, aka a Jewish stereotype.
Artists, in case you didn't notice, a lot of people who have noses in VivzieBot's art style have pointed noses. And it isn't pointed noses that's the stereotype, it's a hook nose. I can't believe I had to explain this. But yeah, that is the cancer that is Twitter. Like I've said before and I'll say it again, it is fine if you don't like the show, if you don't like VivziePop, and you don't care for the things she's done. That's perfectly fine for you to just express yourself for distaste. But these are things she's shown that she's sorry for and has apologized as well, but unfortunately that's when the Twitter madness begins. Because no matter what you say, you'll always get these people who crawl out from underneath their rocks in order to cancel someone simply because of their ideological differences, or they did something in the past that is offensive. There are worse reasons and motivations for sure, but not only have I made videos about that talking in the past about specific situations in that regard, but we're talking about the Twitter mobs of today. The reason why I use VivziePop as an example is because it's a prime cut of beef that is the toxicity mindset that spreads on Twitter like butter on toast.
Good evening, sir. I certainly heard you got a license for that night.
Well, no, I don't.
No? Then in that case, in the name of the Queen,
Ironically enough, that's actually a good simile for the way Twitter acts, and the people who will be behind will make things interesting, to say the least. Like, take for another example, the Pokimane situation. And yes, I am bringing this up so I can milk some views, but it still illustrates my point rather well. So, some gnome, I don't know if you ever heard of this guy before, makes a joke.
I rated Pokimane a 2 out of 10, okay? And I had a crazy reaction. I had all these verified people talking shit to me, like industry people talking smack to me, right? And then, you know, things started brewing, right? I started making fun of the 3-tier subs. Then Leafy dropped a video. More commentators came out and made a video. And now, if you like Pokimane, you're a complete loser. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the way it is on the internet.
At Pokimane's expense, and people just went hog wild over the fact someone would dare rate a popular Twitch streamer a 2 out of 10.
Is this a video where some random dude behind a VR machine calls a girl a thought for 20 minutes?
No.
I mean, look at this content. It's obviously not a 2. I think it's rather generous, really, but whatever. But it is amazing to see that even if you joke around, people will lose their minds. Even if it's just an obviously trying to make a joke, and the guys just lead right into it, taking the bait. Now, I could spend the rest of this video talking about Pokimane since that's the hot topic of the month, but this isn't a video about the trash Twitch streamer who can't take any form of criticism. I actually want to give my own experience in regards to when it comes to Twitter, since whenever I bring up Ruby in a video, which I've only made 3 videos about, and apparently I'm an anime YouTuber, people seem to think that I hate the show when I really don't. I am critical of it, and I think it's got a decline in quality. Not that the first few seasons were perfect, mind you.
Why do you wear that bow, Blake? Why hide who you are?
You may be willing to accept the funnest, Professor Hazbin, but your species is not.
True, but we are continuing to take strides to lessen the divide.
But if you make a single mistake, you get treated as a monster if you're criticizing this show that people seem to like. Cause you know, it's perfectly reasonable to expect someone to know that someone died 5 years ago. When someone makes a video criticizing their work, and for some reason you expect them to realize, oh, this person died 5 years ago to this day, yet has no actual connection to the person, and doesn't seem to talk about them in a negative light, and was dealing with Rooster Teeth abusing the copyright system to claim the video, yeah, I'm truly the monster.
Each history's greatest monster.
But for a more serious example, I look towards last year. Yes, if some of you actually remember, I made a video about a YouTuber named JubileeBlais. So I'm willing to bet that if I make a video about this, because the topic that she talks about is basically how guys treat girls in gaming, I'm expecting some backlash. But I mean, what's the worst that could happen? God, I really need to do something about my avatar sometime. In any case, JubileeBlais is actually the wife of a Pokemon YouTuber who's pretty big, MangaKamen, who's gotten well over 1 million subscribers at this point. So, this huge Poketuber took offense that I dared criticize his, at the time, fiancé, and attempted to get his massive audience to attack me because I dared to disagree with her, even referring to me as a sexist. When if you look at my channel, I actually work with a lot of women, and I've actually defended quite a few women. If you want proof of me actually attacking her points and not attacking her, I still have my video up. You can disagree with my points if you like, that's totally fine. I'm not saying my points are the be-all end-all. But the issue here is that you've got MangaKamen attempting to use his fan base as a billy club in order to paint me as a sexist piece of—
Are you shitting me?
No, I don't think so.
So, I'm sorry, but that's one thing that, while not exclusive to Twitter, is something that I personally cannot stand, and that's when you use your fan base, a large fan base, mind you, as a billy club to attack others simply because they did something that you don't like or agree with. What's more ironic here is he's doing what he's accused me of doing to Jubilee, setting his fans on her and attacking them. Which I didn't actually do. And branching off from that, in more recent months, we had Jubilee actually F up on Twitter, basically accusing people in the Pokemon community of some pretty nasty stuff without backing it up.
So I will be linking all of the receipts in the description below so you can see all of these for yourself. Jubilee decided to take Felicity's story and weaponize it in an attempt to slander a group of YouTubers who at one point in the past, prior to the Decatur incident, had associated with him. Now, these gentlemen were 100% unaware of what Decatur was doing behind the scenes, and the moment they found out, they severed ties with him because they completely disavow predatory behavior. Jubilee, however, decided to use this despite them being 100% innocent and attempted to slander them by weaponizing Felicity's story.
And when she got called out, she apparently used mental illness as a defense. Yeah, I'm not even kidding about that. But hey, what do I know? I'm human garbage according to JubileeBlais and her fans. In case you need a reminder, this is a common mindset on Twitter where people will throw out accusations all willy-nilly, and if they got a following, their followers will spread false lies and effectively ruin someone's career, or even their life, and they don't even care because this person's popular. They said something really good. I should automatically believe them. Don't get me wrong, there are times where this sort of thing can be used for good. However, there are plenty of people who abuse this sort of power on social media, and it's something that kind of sickens me at this point. I'm sure cancel culture would be a great asset and more people will be open to it if it didn't target a lot of people who were actually innocent. And if people didn't actually abuse this power. But hey, what do I know? I'm human garbage. But what are your guys' thoughts? Personally, I think Twitter is a real cesspool here, and that it's complete BS that people are able to look up a tweet that was about 5 years ago and use that to cancel someone simply because they don't like what they do. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'm MangaKamen, and I'm done with this video. Remember to examine your fandom. Thanks for watching.
You think I'm some kind of fucking clown?
Maybe.